Welcome to r/EntitledParents, a place where parents believe they are entitled to do anything they want to you or for you, simply because you're their child. This post comes from Glittering Mind 7495. My mother lied and ruined my entire childhood. My mother was angry with my dad because he didn't want me to stay with her when she was drinking and doing drugs and generally being unstable. So she lied to CPS and said that he was molesting me. They did an investigation in mine and my dad's county and concluded it wasn't true. But she had manipulated CPS in her county and they believed her, so they told her to have me visit her and they took me while I was there. They refused to listen to my dad and CPS in his county, who said they hadn't found any evidence and that they weren't allowed to take me as I didn't live in that county, but they refused to listen and placed me in a foster home that abused me for years. She ruined my entire childhood just because she wanted to beat him and be better. She never cared about me, she just didn't want him to be happy and didn't mind me getting hurt in the crossfire. Edit. My mother died 4 years ago. I haven't had any contact with my dad for many years. I just got all my documents from CPS and requested the documents from CPS in that other county as well. Turns out she lied. I've always thought I was molested, but never really felt anything towards it. It wasn't something that affected me. Now I know that's because it never happened. I made contact with my father and heard his side of the story, and all the holes in the story make sense now. I'm pissed that I was robbed of a normal childhood. My dad is super sweet and said that he tried to fight it for years and became really broken. While I grew up believing no one wanted me or loved me. We've decided to keep in contact and try to move forward. CPS is an organization with absolutely zero oversight. While there are cases of abuse that need to be addressed, there are many cases just like this one where people lie and call in a tip as revenge and ruin people's lives. They can do whatever they want to families and nobody can refuse them. Police do whatever they say, no questions asked. Judges take their word over any evidence to the contrary. Just hope and pray that you don't piss off the wrong person who wants to make up a story and report you, because nobody will believe you. I worked for CPS. I walked into every home with the assumption that the parents wanted and loved their kids, they just needed some help so they could do it right. My assumption was only wrong a handful of times. I'm sorry your mother is the way she is. Don't let that make you who you are. The next post comes from BurgerBuns 108. I didn't know having twins meant this. For some context. I'm a bouncer at a bar in a beach town. Our rule is that we have to ID every single person who wants to come in, whether you're freshly 21 or 80 and wrinkly, it does not matter. We have a system to scan the ID and it tells us basic information, name, DOB, how many people are scanned, if ID is valid, etc. It will also tell me if your ID is expired, see valid, which is important. This group of about 6 people come up to me and I ask them for their IDs to scan. Everyone is good except this one woman, EM, who's about 30-ish, well her ID expired over 200 days ago, making it not a valid ID. I simply explained that to her and this is roughly how the conversation went, her giving me attitude, me, him just letting you know your ID is expired and has been for over 200 days, so if I were you I'd get that fixed, EM, okay I have twins so it's not like him under 21. Me, it's not about age, it's about security. I'm just letting you know it's expired, EM, okay that shouldn't matter because I have twins, me, that doesn't mean anything. Technically this isn't a valid form of ID and I don't have to let you in. EM, oh so I can't come in now? Me, since it's not busy I'll let you in. But you need to get your ID renewed, if you get pulled over by the cops and show them that they won't be too happy. EM, will I have twins so I don't even drive anyways, rolls her eyes and walks off inside. As we went back and forth, what I assuming was her husband was telling her to just say, thank you, instead of arguing with me. I got second-hand embarrassment from them. I'm sorry poor husband. Just because you have kids doesn't make you exempt from the rules everyone else has to follow, and I tried to accommodate. But she has twins. Twins. A woman can't birth a multiple if she's underage. Well, obviously she lost both her neurons on her twins. So kind of her to just give away her neutrons to her twins. This next post comes from your Blorbo. Apologize to your sister. For what? This is one of the few times I've actually stood up for myself, because I am absolutely gobsmacked by the mental hoops my mother had to jump through to get to the conclusion that she had. So, a bit of a background on this: my 21F sister, 18F, is going away to college this fall. My sister has always been the straight A athlete perfect child, but she's always been generally kind to me. YA no, as sisters go, we do have our fights and such, but it's small things. Just to be clear, I am not mad at her, more so my parents, because of their actions, and blatant favoritism of my sister. Another piece of important information. I realized I was bi back in high school. My mom absolutely hated my liberal friends who had been rather open to other students about their orientations. After high school mellowed out on the "I'm here and I'm queer" attitude, after I lost all my friends when my mom made me break up with my ex when she found out, whole other dang story. I'm still bi, I just kinda focus on other aspects of me to display to others. Circling back to just recently, my mom and I were on a long car ride for a mundane task that doesn't pertain to the story. My mom and I used to carpool together to work, so I am no stranger to my mom's monologues that occurred during that time. When I'm alone with my mom in a car, she pretty much has no filter, whether it's to trash talk co-workers, or cry about something that's made her upset. Well, after a couple of other random blurbs, she says, "Okay, so I want to tell you something, and really just pray about it, and don't get upset." Oh. I keep a neutral face and say, "MMHM, preparing myself." Now I don't remember word for word, but here's how the conversation kind of went. "EM, I want you to think about apologizing to your sister." "Me? What do you mean?" "EM, you weren't there for your sister when you went to high school. Why didn't you try and hang out with her?" "Me, I did, she just got mad when I was around so I backed off." "EM, she can get mean when she feels insecure, you should have tried harder." "Me, I had a social life of my own that I wanted to keep." "EM, and look where that got you. Your sister told me all about those girls you hung out with, how they would choose to go off campus so they wouldn't be supervised." Within this, I can say I did go off campus, but only because I had an addiction to the Starbucks just down the street from my old school. Me, so my sister was talking trash about me and my friends behind my back. I think she should apologize to me. To be honest, I didn't care, it was mostly to make a point. EM, but that was years ago. I don't know how she thought that was valid argument. I cannot fathom any rhyme or reason. Me, so it only matters when it's my fault? EM, I just want you two to leave on good terms. Me, by bringing up old dirt? Did sister tell you she felt this way? EM, no. Me, look, if she feels this way she can tell me herself, but I'm not apologizing otherwise. There are plenty of other ways to leave on good terms. And we left it at that. I still can't believe that happened. My usual jello spine just got a tad stronger. It's normal to grow apart because of different lifestyles, and your sister going through the final years before getting a new career, so hanging out with you is most likely the last thing we'd be doing during that time. Spine firming up. You go, OP. By the way, is your mom just a drama stirrer? Oh yeah, definitely. I have not seen my mom go a single job without her saying a co-worker is out to get her. She has beef with many family members, her own brother barely talks to her, and her sister had a falling out that lasted almost a year. Sometimes it looks justified, but I only know her part of the story, so. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please like, subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified for daily Reddit videos.